Hey guys, and welcome back. First official show that we've taped of 2020. You've had enough turkey.
Yes.
You've had enough ham. Mashed potatoes. Probably had pretty much enough salads. Health food now, because the first week you eat real heavy. Second week, yeah, I'm going to do good. By the weekend, you're going to want something to stick to your ribs, and we've got just that for you. Today we are doing one of mine and Roy's favorite, homemade onion rings. Extremely easy, super crunchy. The second is a chicken fried steak sandwich. I grew up in Oklahoma. We had a restaurant there called Del Rancho. This is going to be pretty close. It's going to be big.
It's going to be big.
Oh, when we come back on In the Kitchen with me, Mikey, and my cameraman, Roy. Say hi, Roy.
Hi, Roy.
We'll be right back.
Beat it.
I knew it was just a matter of time, guys.
I want to you go to town like you go to town.
Oh, we are making our batter and are getting everything ready for our onion rings. It is a little time consuming, but if it's good, it's worth it.
Yes.
Here I have, you can use breadcrumbs. I have matzo meal. Crunchy panko breadcrumbs would work great. And here I have about a cup of flour, a little garlic, some paprika, lots of black pepper, and a little bit of salt. Whatever your favorite seasonings are in here, go right ahead. In here I have 1 cup of milk, 3 eggs, 1 cup of, drumroll please, 7-Up. You're not so much doing it for the fizzy lightiness. Yeah, you are. It helps.
It's a trick.
A little bit of sweetness, a little bit of lime. You wouldn't think so in your onion rings, but you'd be surprised the restaurants that do that, because normally right there on tap they have either Sprite or 7-Up, so it makes perfect sense. This is a little time consuming. You want to start with your favorite onion or red onion. Roy, I believe, brought us Vidalia today.
Yes.
Sweet. You want to soak them just for a few seconds. Your first breading is just to give something for the big breading to stick to. I'm going to do a couple of each. Fully. There you go. Try to keep a wet hand, dry hand. Makes things a whole lot easier when you do this. I don't always do that. Just saying.
We'll change mitts here in a minute.
Okay, we have our 3 ready. A little bit of flour, you want to spread it around. Go into your second coat. Back into your flour one more time. It's going to give it a little bit of a tooth and give it time for the onion to loosen up and cook inside, because nothing's worse than having one that's way too soft. You bite into it and the whole onion comes out. That's not good. Another, not so much a secret, just something, a step you really should do. When you get all of these done, battered up, lay them out on your tray, throw them in your freezer for about 25-30 minutes, get a good chill on them, they'll fry up a whole lot easier, which is what we're going to do when we get back.
Look at your mitts.
Yeah. Nobody said cooking was beautiful.
That's right. But it's good.
Our onion rings have now all been double battered. Altogether, what would you say? It took us about 10 minutes?
If that.
Throw them in your freezer while you start to get everything else ready. We're going to move a couple of things. I'm still getting used to the side-by-side. If you taped that...
I did not tape your derriere.
Give them 25 to 30 minutes overnight if possible. Then you can get ready for the chicken fried steak.
Y'all see what we do? We really have fun and we cook.
And you should. Everyone should have fun while they're cooking. Here we have 2 beautiful steaks of the cubed kind. that our homeboy over there, Roy, picked up.
Yeah.
Depending on how many you need is, well, how many you're trying to feed. Keep in mind, you're really only limited on size by the size of your pan. In here we have 1 cup of flour, 1 tablespoon of salt, a tablespoon of black pepper, 1/2 of a teaspoon of garlic powder. One of the few times I do use garlic powder, usually in seasoning mixes. If there's something else you'd like to add, by all means, go right ahead. It's better than the cow. I don't want to hear you complain.
Good. I was going to say, I'm popular, you know this.
In this bowl, we are going to use some of our milk and egg wash from our onion rings we just did, and just plain milk. This is the fun part. Take your cube steak. Make sure you do this on a floured surface. Give your spice blend and flour a bit of a mix. Put this on top. Just start pushing with your heel. Keep in mind you don't want to go any bigger than the size of the pan that you are cooking in. But you should end up around double to 2.5 times the size of the bun that you're using. Telling you these are going to be amazing. We are only going to do this one way tonight, but you can also serve this chicken fried steak without the bun, with mashed potatoes, green beans, some cornbread. Sounds really good to me. And that would be a chicken fried steak dinner. When we get back, we're going to start heating up our oil and show you what we do next. We're just going to keep breading these. You don't want to watch that. Oh, no, but there is something you do want to do.
Oh, yes.
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 You really want to do this.
You really want to do it.
Since you're here and stopping by, why don't you guys hit like and subscribe. And if you really like what we're doing, please ring our bell.
Ding.
Ring my
Bell.
We'll be right back on In the Kitchen with me, Mikey, and Roy.
Well, that's pretty neat there.
Our cube steak has been resting for about 10 minutes. You'll see little not water droplets, it's juice droplets from the meat come through when you're ready for your second coat. On this coat, feel free to go wild with it. You can use buttermilk with a little water. I'm using egg and water in mine. I like the way the egg gives it a bit of a crunch. Just a quick bath in. I probably should have used a little bit bigger bowl. Lay back down in on your flour. Now, food safety is a concern here. You don't want to reuse your flour for anything unless you are going to be making a country gravy with this for to be served as a dinner. A little bit more flour, push it in. That's about as big as we're going to go for ours. Let me rinse my hands. When we get back, our oil will be up to temperature, and we'll start and show you how we like to dress ours. And don't forget, we got some onion rings in there just waiting. Our oil is up to temperature. You want it between 325 and 350. Just drop that right in. This is only going to take about 2.5 to 3 minutes to cook.
Wow.
Ain't it party?
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Since you're here,
Like and subscribe.
please.
Yes, like and subscribe.
And if you like what we're doing every week, mostly every week, just hit on the little bell, and that will remind you when we release new material.
Yes, please ring our bell.
Well, let us know what you think about the new logo this week.
Yeah.
Few changes are coming, changes good.
He's been working very diligently on this page.
You can see we're at about a minute on here.
Oh, you can smell
A
it.
level of brown. You can't go wrong with that heavy black pepper in there. We'll give this a couple more minutes to brown up. We're going to squish out the second one and get it ready to fry. Then we will be using this grease again to make our onion rings. All when we come back. Get your ketchup ready.
Get ready.
Hi guys, both of our steaks are out. We have our onion rings that have been in the freezer for about 30 minutes. They're in medium-high oil. Again, about that hot, about 350 degrees, about 2 minutes on each side. You do want to stand and watch anytime you're frying. Safety first, then delicious food later. Take a look. Normally, that would be one, if you got a real one. My pans just aren't big enough to do that. But they still will hang over the buns. A few things to go with these really well. Standard for this particular sandwich, lettuce, tomato, mayonnaise. That's it. I like a little bit more. I'm going to be putting some red onion and some pickles, because you can't go wrong with some pickles. There's not a pickle in my logo just for the fun of it.
He's a pickle man.
I love pickles, all kinds of pickles.
You like some bread and butter deal?
Oh, Germans have some of the best pickles.
Much schnell.
So, just a few more minutes, and we'll only have one thing left to do.
That'll be eat.
We're gonna get these onion rings all worked up and finished. Roy's gonna do his magic, make my cooking looking beautiful.
Yeah.
I had to spit that out. Thank you guys for coming. Our first official show recorded of 2020.
Happy New
Thanks,
Year.
guys. Happy New Year.
Yay.
Hey guys, so I told you this goes really, really good with a white country gravy. So I figured I might as well show you how to make it. You want just a little bit of your oil. This is a good thing because you can use up all that you have left. Throw in equal parts oil to flour. What is this we're making, Roy?
This would be a roux.
Not a Roy?
Not a roux. No, it's a roux.
You want to cook your flour down just for about a minute. You'll hear a little bit of a sizzle. Then with your milk, if you had any left over, which of course I did, that's what you would use as your liquid. This is called a country gravy. I've heard some people call it a gray gravy, which that one's just weird. Have to watch, I'm about to burn my onion rings.
Oh no.
No burnt onion rings.
No.
You want to thin that down just a little bit. My flour took on more oil than what I thought it would. Get it all out of your whisk. Let that cook, but you don't want to get too much color on it, or it's not going to be a white gravy. Slowly whisk in your milk. It will be about a cup to a cup and a half per tablespoon of flour that you use. Just keep that in mind. If you'd like, you can always use a little bit more black pepper. Spice it up how you like it. This will be to a boil, and you have a perfect side item. If you choose to do onion or French fries with these, put a little bit of gravy on your French fries. Tear your edges off, or this makes a perfect gravy for mashed potatoes. Thank you guys for stopping in yet another week. We are done.
Let's eat.